So folks, yesterday at 3 o'clock, the beloved Wire actually got the first win in God knows how long. And at the same time, or just not long after, the beloved roundball team, Manchester United, found themselves 2-0 down. 4.5 minutes. Unbelievable. Said to my lad about 10-3. Didn't go the game, didn't watch it, never had a chance to watch it. Listened to it on the radio, but said to him, I said, I've seen the team, I don't like the look of it. He said, why? I said, it looks bad. I'm worried. He said, it's only Forest, Dad, we should do Forest. He wasn't listening. 5 minutes later, I'm reporting to him, well, it's 2-0 down already. He couldn't believe it, and nor could I. When I seen the pictures later, shocking. Absolutely shocking. You know, I've said it here before, folks. No, let's go to the final score. A 3-2 win from 2-0 down. At any time, you're going to take that. All right, Forest might be one of the lesser teams in the league, but still, the tails are up at 2-0 to the good after only 4.5 minutes. They're going to be hard to peg back, catch, never mind catch, but beat as well. So we did fantastically well. So, well done United, a great result. But as I say, looking at the team, I thought, oh my God, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this at all. You've got Dalot playing as a left back and he'd prefer to be right back. You've got Wan-Bissaka at right back, who you all know that I don't rate at all, although I keep reading good things about him. Everybody's watching a different game of football than me, there's no doubt about that. We look lightweight in midfield. I thought Ericsson with Casemiro isn't the right partner. Old Iggy on his own leading the line, I thought, oh no, not him. We can't be that desperate that we've got Iggy back. For those that don't know it, that is Martial. And I just thought, it doesn't look good. It really doesn't. I was pleased to have Rashford back on the wing. It's where he wants to play. And it looked like he did put a shift in yesterday. But from that first goal, oh my God. I mean, I've said it before, folks. I'll say it again. Wan-Bissaka is absolutely, for my money, crap. And I'll state my reasons, but I'll do it again. Firstly, his control of the ball is poor. His passing is shocking. He's great for a 4-5 yard pass. If it's sideways or backwards, he's great. He's a master of that. Passing forwards and doing anything in the forward half of the field, never mind the final third, is poor. It's horrendously poor. His heading is horrendous. We'll go back to that in a minute. He can't have the ball to save his life, and for a defender, that is shocking. His positional play is awful. It's got worse since he's been asked to become a marauding fullback, and he's not used to that. He doesn't know where he is. And he's got absolutely no football brain. And that's it for me. 1-to-1, you give him a fantastic player to man mark and to keep out of the game. He's fantastic. He's the best in the division. The problem is, that fantastic footballer who's man marking thinks to himself, I'm getting no change here, I'm going to move in field, or I'm going to swap wings. And then all of a sudden, Wan-Bissaka can't follow him. That's end of job. And he reverts to normal type. And his normal type just isn't good enough. I read yesterday that some said Ericsson was the player of the match. Mo said Fernandes was player of the match. But many have put a notable 7 next to Wan-Bissaka. Another great game I've read. And I thought to myself, I've never seen him have a great game, or not any that I can think of. None that spring to mind. And I just don't get it. I looked at the first 2 goals. He's our furthest man back, Wan-Bissaka. But he's about 6 yards from their box, so he's 24 yards out. He goes up for a header that he misses completely, loses the flight in the air. Now, he did, before he came to head it, I must admit, he covered it, the sun must have been there, he covered his, to have a look. But still, he took his hand away, then did one of his jumps that he does these, like pogos in the air, and just missed the ball altogether. Their centre forward, if that's what it is away and gone. Wan-Bissaka doesn't really bother getting back or chasing back. He can't believe he's not headed the ball. Rashford chased him manfully and didn't quite get there. Alright, and Anna dove too early and made it easy for him. But all in all, a very poor goal. But I'm asking myself, why was Wan-Bissaka 4 or 5 yards off the 18-yard box? Why is he that far up? Why is he not near the halfway line? I mean, he's the fastest player we've got on the team probably, other than Rashford. He is a defender as well. Surely he's your last man. So your last man, your position sort of 20 or 30 yards away from that box. And then he's looking at the whole of the field. And nobody's going to run him down from sort of 60, 70 yards out. Nobody. Just crazy. And then the second goal, what does Wan-Bissaka do? Turns his back on it. Just turns his back on a cross. And I mean, don't mean turns his back because someone's going to shoot the ball in his face, going into his face. He just turns his back completely on the ball. And I noticed in highlights later on Match of the Day, again, when they get away, and they got away a few times, he's well forward, he just ambles back. Sometimes he runs at full pace, but normally he just ambles back. And what he does is he doesn't run to where the ball is or to the man he should be marking. He just runs into the box and hopes that if he gets into the box, he might get in the way of a cross. He does nothing. He does absolutely nothing. So that's him for me. I think he's crap. I can't believe we still haven't got a decent right back. I can't, honestly. I know I shouldn't be talking Greenwood now because he's gone, but Greenwood suffered massively playing in front of him. And Anthony's struggling. He's not. He may come good. He looked a bit better yesterday. He may come good. But playing in front of Wan-Bissaka, he's not going to get a lot of help. You're really not going to give your winger any help if Wan-Bissaka's behind you. I don't care what anybody says. And I'll argue till my dying breath on that. I would love Wan-Bissaka to turn it all around and prove me 100% wrong. I'd love it. I would love it more than anything. I just can't see it. He just hasn't got the game at all. And he's got absolutely no confidence in his own ability. That's because he's got lack of ability. And then we go to Martial Wallace and he got subbed after 60. Now some might say, well, you'd have to bring him off anyway. He's not had much game time over the last weeks and months, and I know he hasn't. I would just want to know, did he do much in the match? United fans were there. United fans have seen him. I wasn't there. I don't know what he did. I know he laid a pass back for Rashford. It wasn't to Rashford's feet. It wasn't to where it should have been. But ultimately, Rashford developed it into a cross that Eriksen scored from. So he's got a part in an assist there, you would say. But did he do much else? I would suggest he didn't. I read yesterday, many United fans were over the moon that he was back. They were taken to Twitter. And I thought, please, no. Iggy's just got to go. He's another one we could have got 30 million for in this window. I believe the Saudis were after him. I believe they still talk of that. I'd have him gone. United are talking about bringing, is it a 20-year-old Brazilian in who got about 16, 17 goals last year? A guy on the up. Is he from Santos? And I believe he might like to come. We probably haven't got the money for him. We can get 30 million for Martial. Get the 30 million. Give the 30 million to Santos and get this Brazilian in. All Rasmus is going to need some help. He's not a prolific scorer yet, and it's his first time in the big league, as it will be for the Brazilian lads. Get him in, let them work it together. Let's see how they go. Plus, if one of them gets injured, you've got a backup. You've got a backup with Martial because he's the one that's always injured himself. So if Rasmus gets injured, Martial's bound to be injured. He's always injured. Always injured. He's just neither use nor ornament. Get him off to Saudi. Get rid. But anyway, going back to United. Great win, lads. From 2-0 down, 3-2 is fantastic. Arsenal wobbled yesterday. They couldn't beat a team with 10 men. So, it looks all doom and gloom against Arsenal next week. But you never know. We just might nick something. We always used to beat Arsenal. I always felt confident against Arsenal. They're a different Arsenal now. But if we can get a decent 11 out there next week, who knows? Who knows? And old Rasmus might be in there. Rasmus in there and Rashford on the wing. It could work. It could. Be great if we could get this boy for Fiorentina. Is it Fiorentina? I said it wrong. In for next week and playing next to Casemiro. I would feel better with him in there as opposed to Eriksen. Bit of bite in central midfield. That might just work. But anyway, good win United. 3-2. Good to see.